So we are here at the new DIY in Charlotte. If you remember in the past, about a year ago, I made a video about how they were destroying the Eastland DIY. That DIY has been around for several years now. They spent a lot of hard work and money on that to get it built up, but unfortunately, the city decided they were gonna use that site right there to build like homes and like a park and things like that, which could be cool, but stinks for the skaters because that was like the main place to skate in Charlotte. But the city actually did a good thing and gave them another location to skate. There's this giant plot of asphalt here, and they just gave them free reign to build whatever they want, which I've never really seen a city do before. There's like an official sign over here that labels this as like an official skate park, but it's also just a DIY skate park. I'm not sure what the liability of that is, of letting people build their own stuff, but this is probably twice as big as the Eastland DIY in terms of like the land they have to build on top of, so that's already a good start. But let's just kind of make our way around the park and I'll show you some of the new features they've got going on. It's fairly new, so there aren't a lot of obstacles here yet, but they've already started to kind of build out the place and kind of, you know, rebuild Eastland essentially in this new location. So the DIY is located at the Kilborne Park. This is now the Kilbourne DIY here in Charlotte. One side of the park is literally just a bunch of like welded rails and wooden benches and things that you could probably just build at home, but it's a nice start. There are a couple quarter pipes at the back of the park as well, and a couple other random obstacles like a barrier. There's a little slappy parking curb. Then they actually built like a long slappy curb at the back side of the park. And this section is all kind of like your backyard skate park kind of vibe. Then the other side of the park is like full concrete. It looks like a professional did this kind of stuff. So starting in the middle, kind of located right behind me, is this beautiful ledge. It has like a brick lay pattern on the side. It's got angle iron all the way around, and one side has like a little kicker off of it, so you can grind up or you can ollie up and kind of use that to boost off to get some air. And then at the back behind that, there's a nice quarter pipe. I didn't really get to skate any of this last time I was here because the whole back side of the park was just soaking wet because it had stormed. And then over on the far side is a really long manual pad. This just kind of looks like a sidewalk. You can slappy onto this, and there's a bump to ledge at the top. I honestly wish this was towards the middle of the park because I feel like if you miss your lock-in on the bump to ledge, your board is like going into the woods or you're falling into the woods. I wish this obstacle was more centrally located, but it is there, it is cool. And again, these three obstacles right here are like perfect concrete, super smooth, like look like they were built by a professional, which is awesome. Right at the back of the park, it looks like they're trying to build some kind of curved quarter pipe or maybe a curved ledge. It's kind of right behind the camera right now. They're in the process of building it, so they kind of have the framework built out. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be, but it's there. It'll be there eventually. Maybe by the time you see this video, it would be finished. So I'm obviously not happy that Eastland was destroyed, and none of the Charlotte people really are, because now they're having to start from scratch. But I do think this area has more potential than Eastland. One, it's like at a real park and it's officially recognized. There's, like I said, there's a sign up there and everything recognizing this as like an official skate park. So there's bathrooms, there's a playground over there, water fountains, I think. And then it's surrounded by trees. So it's like, it's almost 8 o'clock right now, so the sun's not quite up and it's nice and shaded. In the evening, I guess before it gets too dark, the sun is gonna set over the trees. So there's a lot of shade, a lot of places to just chill and not bake in the sun. Whereas Eastland, there are no trees or anything out there. You're just in an open parking lot. So during the middle of the day, you're out there baking in the heat. There's nowhere to get shade. There were no bathrooms or anything like that. So I think this has much more potential to be a better skate park. And it's just twice as big. So Eastland used to be like half this size. And they have so much more space to create anything they want. And I like how they're already starting to build it out with these obstacles, with this concrete. And I think it's gonna turn out really well. Yeah, so the only thing to do now is to just skate it and see what happens. I wasn't able to skate like half the park last time because it was wet. I'm gonna spend most of my time on this ledge in the middle. That's like gonna be my main obstacle. That's really why I'm here today, is to skate that thing. And yeah, so let's get it. Let's skate this thing.